world. Hello, everybody. I just read a thing about how something on Facebook. A person said, this Charlie Kirk thing. This is going to be a video of that. I have that right and privilege given it's my page. Let's move along. So they're tripping out. Why did it hit so hard? Why am I? Whoa! Oh my God! And then people are saying school shootings, which yeah, I agree. Horrific, horrendous, all this, right? The thing is we didn't have a camera, like a chest camera, something, going through the schools and showing that. If that would have happened, if you would have seen the carnage, hell would be to pay. Absolutely. Okay? Because you can't put that in your mind and not freak. Okay. So, we saw Mr. Kirk, which I'm a big fan. I didn't know much of his stuff, right? But now I know his premise, and I am exactly the same way. Having had 6 children and 5 living, lost my first, right? A reality-based mindset sets in real quick. Okay? Reality-based mindset is all he was exhibiting. What's the reality? What are the facts of the scenario? Facts, not truths. Let's go into Jesus Bible thing, right? Not a Christian, but I am a bit learned, and I do yay for Jesus, right? Pontius Pilate said truths. We all have truths. Jesus' truth was the God on high, God Almighty, this and that. Pontius Pilate's truths were his gods, Olympus, on Olympus. I can't remember a lot of them because I'm Norse heathen and I don't do the Latin gods, Roman gods. Anyway, you saw that first, wow, right in front of your face, right, bam, right, blam, right there. You saw blood. Oh my goodness gracious, the horror. Okay, was not called for. Is that your response? It's like throwing insults when you've lost an argument, or you've won an argument when they start calling you names. Well, that bullet was a real big name, wasn't it? So they all lost. They lost. That's why they're celebrating, because now they didn't lose anymore. If that makes sense. I don't care. Humans, plus I'm heathen. Yeah, I don't know if I've got a dog in this fight except for the reality. The destruction of the reality. Okay? Facts. Facts, not truths. Jesus had truth. Pontius Pilate had truths. At the time, those were truths to those two people. They were the truth. The facts, on the other hand, right, but that's what he did. He put out facts. What's what? That's the deal. You can toy it around all you like, do this and that, and put it up here, there. Facts to facts. When the sun's out, it's light and you can see. When it's not, it's not. And folks just can't. That aside, it's human nature, human condition. Now, back to the story at hand. You see something like that, you're changed. That's really something that, that's why they put murderers in prison, because they've seen it, they've done it, and so let's step over to where, okay, it's a lot easier for them. Well, I've seen it, I've done it, so that's that. Anyway, the mind blowingness of seeing someone do the tuna, like he did, and now I don't know, that was bad. It's terrible. It was a bullet right into the head of everyone in this nation. Everyone in this nation got shot. Now we can't speak. I cool my speech. I'm sitting there going, should I have said I was a heathen? I might have somebody come and blow my head off down the damn street. That's what it's come to. What? It hasn't? That aside. We have, the reason I say that is because I don't want to demean the man or demean the events that had transpired. That was no words as to how uncalled for that was. as someone that lost so bad at arguments, they had to do this. Now, imagine, and I'm not demeaning that. Let's go ahead and put that in that section, and let's go clinical over here. Imagine in war, okay? Now, from what I heard, Mr. Kirk was hit by a high power, high velocity 30-06 caliber, 30 caliber. Okay, it's 30 caliber round, 30-06, 8 millimeter, 308. I don't know, not sure. Okay, this is a big, heavy round. They're like hunting elk. This isn't like rabbits and javelinas or wild pig down in Arizona, right? Okay, 223, put a hole in you, ow, and you got to go back and get the bullet out. Now with 30-06, that's something else. That blows things off and makes them explode, and other ballistic results from being shot with a 30 caliber gun, firearm, weapon, rifle. Imagine in Ukraine, in all wars. Now in World War II, they came out with the M1 Garand. That was a 30-06 round. Well, Germans were using 8 millimeter Mauser, which was the same, You imagine, you saw Mr. Kirk and his reaction to the gunshot wound. Imagine, if you will now, you're in a trench fighting a war against the round that hit the weapons that you witnessed. Heck of a thing. 200 yards, that's a heck of a shot. That's out there. And I don't mean to credit, but clinically speaking, and still tore him up. Imagine you're sitting in a trench and this is happening 5, 6, 8 guys a second being blown to pieces and doing that thing like he did, or doing the tuna, because, I saw a rat thing, where this guy's shooting rats with a BB gun, blah, 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 right? Just hundreds of rats in this big junk pile farm ranch thing. And you see what they do, right? Humans do that too. Yes, sirree. You imagine the horror and the carnage and the mind-numbing effect of watching 60 or 80 guys all at once having that happen to them right in front of your face. And they're your buddies, your pals. Blown to pieces, hit horribly and screaming. Not, I'm hurt. They're just, or they're all like that, or doing all this and that. 100? That 30 minutes? 10 minutes and 15 guys are out there bleeding out, screaming, doing the tuna, and picking up their arm like you saw in the movies, going down. All at once. Oh, and guess what? Tomorrow? Oh, maybe even tonight. Oh, maybe in an hour. Another 15 tuna doers. This is kind of what he was trying to stop. Get the reality out here so we can stop being 30-06 shooters of each other. Right? Right? Regardless of his message or who liked or hated it, he didn't deserve a 30-06 round. And now you've seen it. And now let's look. You've seen a piece of war. You've seen a piece of war. That's why people let the whole planet tripping out. See, this is why they don't show no dang actual combat footage on the television screen. You see this, oh, I'm hurt, I'm dying. No, that's not what happens. No. And then when you see that piece of war and you're like, oh, I'm appalled. Do you know, in minutes, 85 Charlie Kirks doing what he did, and worse, pooping themselves, the guts blown out, all that is out. You just saw an inkling fraction winky dinky of war. And look what you're doing. Everybody tripping out. Well, yeah. Excuse me, I don't talk this much. So when you sit there and you think, oh, well, let's have a war. Really? Let's consider this again. You know, you don't get shown that stuff because that's the way they can still con you into going to doing the war. Then when they come back from the war, they can't talk about it. They can't even bring it up. Look at how many people are like, they see it, they go, oh, piece of war. He's at, what's that guy? Crispus Attucks, the first guy that got killed in the Revolutionary War. This is who he is. Crispus Attucks. Anyway, 11 minutes and me ranting and raving. I'm sitting here, I got a lot of irons in the fire. I just got something branded. So I feel better about it. But you think about that. Let's separate the humble bumble of that. Don't want to, because there's no way you should diminish anything from that event. It should be where it is. Risen higher than anyone on this planet. Period. You can't. Anyway. Okay. Off we go. All right. Live by your wits, not by your worries. Peace. Bye. Love you.